Good morning, church family. It's good to be with you guys again this morning, and I hope it's a beautiful day there when you guys see this, because it's a beautiful day here, and the sun is shining, and it's quite warm. I just want to share a quick verse with you guys today. It's a verse actually that I think I've shared with the staff before, but this verse a professor shared with me and some of my classmates at the beginning of my university and schooling years, and it just like carried through a lot of trials in my life. This verse always comes back to me. But James 1, just a couple of verses 2 to 4, it says, count it joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. And let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. And this is the ESV translation, but if you read it in the NIV, it's a little different. But count it pure joy, or consider it pure joy, depending on which version you read, when you face trials of many kind. Now, when you're in a trial, joy is not the first thing that comes to mind. Oftentimes it's you're upset, you're mad, you're angry, you're sad, whatever the case may be. But James tells us to consider it pure joy when you face trials of many kind. And trials are a part of life. And if we approach them in a certain way, they yield good fruit. And I think a lot of that comes from our attitudes and how we react to things. A large part of our faith in life is our attitudes and our perspective on how we see things and how we view things and how we respond to everything that happens around us and things that happens in our lives. And oftentimes we can't control circumstances, but we can control our attitude, and we can control to choose joy in our lives. And it tells us, consider pure joy when you face trials, for you know the testing of your faith produces steadfastness or perseverance. And you just got to persevere through those trials with the joy of God, because there's no other joy that you would draw from if you're in a trial. But our true joy comes from Jesus. But persevere through that. And it says, and let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. And oftentimes when you go through a trial, when you're in the midst of it, you don't see the end of it. But when you get to the end of it, oftentimes you can look back and see how God has brought you through. And oftentimes you mature in your faith through those trials. So consider it joy, persevere through, and with the right attitude, I think we build up the fruits of the Spirit, and we become more mature in our faith, which is what God has called us to, and what James is writing about here. And James is also writing this in a time where people were persecuted for their faith and for their belief in Jesus. So the fact that he said, consider it pure joy, is quite the instruction from him to give. So today, if you're going through anything, try to think that it's a season. Draw from the joy of Jesus and persevere through, and ask him the lessons that you want to learn while you're in this trial or testing of this time. So I just want to pray for you guys, and I hope you guys have a good day. So let's pray. God, I thank you for this day. I thank you for each and every individual that is tuning in today. God, we're thankful that we were able to gather together on Sunday, God, to praise and worship you, God, in community together, 6 feet apart, but together in one building, God, praising your name. God, I pray that we'll always choose joy. No matter what life throws at us, God, we will consider pure joy, God, that comes from you, God, and that we just persevere through any circumstance or any trial that comes our way, God, and that through that perseverance, through choosing you, God, and choosing joy and choosing the fruits of the Spirit, God, that we will just mature in our faith and we become more like you and more centered in who you are, Father. So Be with each and every individual. God, I pray a blessing over them. God, and I pray that you'll be with anybody who is maybe in a trial right now or going through testings or through life's craziness, God, that you would just be with them, Father, and that you would just overflow them with the joy of the Lord. Be with them today, God, and be with us today as we enjoy this beautiful sunny day that you have provided us with. And in your name, amen. All right, well, I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy, and remember to choose joy.